We're taking a look at the new Toyota FCV, and that stands for Fuel Cell Vehicle. And the name of the car is actually called the Mirai. And Toyota says right here, a turning point from the inside out. And as you can see, this car is kind of interesting. It almost follows a similar line as the Prius in a way, but more in a sedan form. If you can kind of see that. And then you have these LED lights in the front. Really interesting. As you can see, we're dissecting it here. And it uses this interesting engine, which is a fuel cell engine, right? Using hydrogen and air. Okay, so here. It all starts with hydrogen. When you pump hydrogen into the vehicle, the gas travels into carbon fiber fuel tanks where it's stored. So you can see right here, you put the hydrogen in, stores them in these tanks. Then comes the air. So you take in air from the front just like any normal car would, except it's going to be a little bit different. And the front intake grills deliver the outside air to a fuel cell stack. So you can see that. Bam. Which makes electricity. Electricity generated right here. Gas, hydrogen, air combines into the fuel stack. There goes through a chemical reaction process involving oxygen in the air, creating electricity to power the vehicle. So we're talking about some serious clean energy, and that then moves you forward. Put the foot in the gas pedal just like any other vehicle, and it propels you forward, leaving behind nothing but water. Literally, tailpipe. The only thing that comes out is this for a long time. For 20 years, we've been designing and testing vehicle safety across a variety of climates and driving conditions. After millions of miles of road tests, track tests, crash tests, and fuel tank experiments, our fuel system has proven itself safe and ready to take automotive industry forward. And talks about the carbon fiber tank. Hydrogen tanks are designed of high quality carbon fiber and built to be durable, lightweight, and incredibly solid. The fuel cell stack is not something new, experimental technology. It's tried and tested, way to power a range of products from submarines to backup generators. You have intelligent sensors for thoughtful motorists. We've designed intelligent monitoring systems for the Toyota FCV, like shut-off valves that isolate the hydrogen tanks in an emergency. First-class service for the first FCV drivers, so they'll actually gain access to a first-class service program because they're basically trailblazers. And as you can see, the interior is fairly the same. You can see some pretty advanced electronic components in here for your climate control. Pretty nice looking screen in here. Click on these. Premium audio navigation. Our audio system with navigation, JBL, and Intune app suite. You have a heated power tilt and telescoping steering wheel. That's nice. And intelligent touch controls for climate and audio. You can see down here, 8-way power heated soft text trim seats. So it's a pretty nice little car. I mean, it has a lot of luxury items, but now we get to the price. Okay, it's pretty freaking expensive. If you live in California, you can take it in the carpool lane, even with one person, because it's a clean air vehicle. But the thing starts at $57,500. And if you live in California, you could get a $5,000 tax rebate. If you lease it, you can get it for $500 a month for 36 months, but you have to pay $3,600 down, do its signing. Now, if you're a California resident, you might be eligible for a $5,000 rebate, which if you do that and lease it, then really that would suffice your do-it signing costs. So then you just be paying $500 a month, which, you know, if you're not if you're not spending money on gas, and hydrogen's cheap, which I don't know what the cost of the hydrogen is, but they're talking about the stations, fuel turning points, so they're going to be putting up more stations. You get up to 300 miles per fill, which is kind of similar to some cars, some of the older cars. It does have 153 horsepower. It's a little weak, but 247 foot-pounds of torque, so it'll have plenty of power to get up hills and things like that. And I'm sure Toyota's done the research and it's good as far as that. And it refuels in 5 minutes, which is great. So something that I'm sure within the next few years, now that it's 2016, I'm sure within the next 2, 3, 4 years, we'll see the price of these fuel cell vehicles really drop down to probably about $30,000 range. And in addition to that, see the increase in the amount of hydrogen stations. So exciting technology. I mean, the way of the future. We're just emitting water. I mean, it's great. So a good sign of things to come. Unfortunately, pretty pricey for most people. They're not going to be able to get into this. Even with the rebate, it's still $52,000. I mean, it's a lot of money. Plus, we're talking about taxes on top of that. So, be on the lookout for it. Check it out, test drive it, see if it's a cool car. But I'm sure with Toyota, they're really trailblazing it with this, and it's great to see somebody taking the lead on this technology. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe and rate if you like the video, and I will have new ones out soon.